Okay, we have a lot to cover. So once again, we're moving here on 119. Yesterday we had that truck that had rolled over right there. It looks like they're still doing a little cleanup, but you can get through there. Temperatures are in the 60s. You have a lot of clouds. You do not have a lot of rain. We're okay with that. This is a little bit of virga that shows up, which means those are raindrops not making it to the ground. Looks a little jazzier than it is. On the big picture, again, we have this front going through. We are expecting warm front. That's the issue, really, more than anything tomorrow. Warm front. Can't really trust those. It adds a little twisting of wind with height, then a gap, and then the cold front. And we do expect, again, a couple different rounds of storms tomorrow. Now, I want to show you a couple different things. This is tomorrow. We haven't used this in some time. This will be your rotating updraft potential. This does not mean you'll have a tornado here, but you're starting to look for the ingredients, and it shows you some favorable areas. And when? Tomorrow night, you'll be looking at this energy up here, kind of on the nose of the warm front, on the north side of the viewing area. When? After about 6 o'clock to about 8 o'clock. So that's one model product that we look at, okay, exclusive here to Channel 13. Then we put some other models together, and we said, okay, well, what about the things like what we call CAPE, which is heat and humidity, buoyancy, and then let's check another model for what we call shear, which is change of direction of wind with height and also faster winds over slower winds. And you come up with, yeah, okay, there's the CAPE, and then the twisting of the wind is actually up here, though, again, on the north side of the viewing area. So, and then the CAPE goes away when the cold front comes through. CAPE, convective available potential energy, heat, humidity, buoyancy for lift. So that's a lot of geeky stuff, all right? So how does it come out looking? This is the way the model looks. And that's also just because I know you've heard the word tornado. And in the social media world, it's like, oh, tornadoes. It's not everywhere. And it's a low risk, really low risk. So let's jump in and look at this. Tomorrow, well, we have a couple of cells here developing along the warm front. Imagine my arm would be like the warm front, lifting this way. Okay, so you may have a couple cells here and there, but the stronger cells appear to be up here to the north. On this, look at the weather models. Could they be down here? Sure. But right now, they appear to be on the north side of the viewing area. When? 7:30, 8, 9:30. And then you get into the gap, and then what would this one be? If my arm is to the cold front, that's sweeping through with another line of scattered storms. These appear to be weaker, but still a nice puff of wind, thunder. And you notice this isn't that egregious looking at 1:30. It's there, but it's not the worst. And then we have last little kicker line. Imagine when you're on the shore, like a big wave hits, and then what, a little wave kind of follows it sometimes. So here's your cold front, big wave, and then a second little push of cool air, and it comes through, and then we're just looking at a windy day on Friday. This is different. Saturday on this model didn't look like anything. And then Sunday, it looks like maybe just a little snow. Okay. So severe storm risk, again, warm front lifting this way late tomorrow. And so your category 2 risk out of 5 is to the west, down to 1, down to just about nothing over here. Tornado risk is what you call a 2% risk. So anywhere in the green zone, if you were standing there, which is basically from Huntington to the west, there is a 2% chance of a tornado within 25 miles of a zone. That's really low. It's just not zero, okay? All right, and then what about the snow deal? Well, this would be your Sunday. Look at that. That's not a lot, Sunday into Monday. But I will tell you this, the mountains may pick up more than that. That's using a national blend of models right there. And again, we're looking at the weekend. That looks pretty quiet. Our model indicates that, yeah, you have a little rain, snow that drops in from the north, maybe a little energy that kind of pivots back on through. There are a lot of changes on that. And by the way, wind is a deal. When? Well, tomorrow a little bit, but really Friday. It's a very windy day all throughout the day. So we'll keep our eyes on that. So much information here. 67 degrees tomorrow. Really, those storms are late, and that's when they could be severe, you know, like after dinner time. Keep our eyes on that. And then it's windy Friday. The morning showers are out of here. Saturday, it's real late at night after 54 degrees, and it's windy. And Sunday, maybe a little wintry mix. And Monday, we have the mountain snow showers. I think that if you were east of Beckley, if you were on up east of Summersville, a little snow throughout the day. Tuesday, dry. And Wednesday, I need to get those snowflakes out of there. Those were lingering from an earlier forecast. But 51 degrees, maybe a little rain.